back out on trail. Welcome back to the channel. This weekend I am at a remote lake in the Chippewa National Forest. Shouldn't say too remote. I'm right by Cass Lake. This is actually an old abandoned bald eagle research facility, and at this site right here, you can see right there, there's some leftover footings from the research facility that was here, and if I remember right, it was here in the 60s and 70s, if I remember correctly. But this is a little bit special of a camp out because from what I've heard, I've watched 2 other YouTube videos of other YouTubers that have came out here, and they say they feel uneasy out here, and there's rumors of the place being haunted. So I'm gonna put that to rest tonight. I've got some tools, some gadgets, some gear that I'm gonna test out and do a little ghost hunting later on tonight and see what's out here. I'm gonna say I could care less if there is or if there isn't, but I'm gonna explore these areas. There's lots of footings out here in the woods and lots of areas to go explore out here. This is a big area of where the old research facility used to be. And there's even another site on the other side of this lake over here. So there's 2 sites on this lake. And they're both, as you can see, this one's just gorgeous. You got a fire pit right here. Got the lake right behind you. Plenty of room for hammocks, tents. Nice big open area. So my plan for today is just going to relax during the day, and I'll probably end up taking a long nap in my hammock so I can stay up a little bit later, because I'm probably not gonna go out into the woods and look around and use my gadgets until 11 o'clock midnight, something like that. So right now I'm just gonna set up my hammock, hang out for the day, chill out, take a nap. All right, I kind of found a little trail that's been going around the lake, so I've been kind of just walking this little trail, exploring the forest, seeing all the old paths and stuff that's around, and there's some little footings and stuff around here that are still left over, and I'm wondering if this trail that I'm on is kind of following the edge of the lake. It's Lydick Lake, Lydick Lake, that I am at, and as far as my research tells me, this was an old bald eagle research facility where kids would come out in the summers and spend their summers out here researching eagles and camping and doing all kinds of stuff like that. And then one year a tornado came through, just took the whole place out, and it never got rebuilt. Kind of what it is now. So that's the story from what I've done with my research of what happened to the bald eagle research facility out here. But it's, like I said, it's kind of cool just to walk around this lake and take this little path, this little trail, and just kind of see where it leads. All right, well, I've made it to the other campsite, and it's a gorgeous site. You obviously can't car camp back in there, but you park obviously like right here. They've got all these boulders lined up so you can't drive in there, but gorgeous spot. Let me take you in there. Yeah, so this site is not bad at all. It is directly right on the lake, and you've got lots of space for hammocks and tents. Would you look at this? Not bad at all. I decided on the way back to take the road that looped around to my site to see if there was any more structures I could find that were left over from the research facility, and boy did I find a whole lot more. This is weird. It's like an opening in the ground I found. Yeah, it just kind of goes down to the bottom, nothing down there. It's got stairs going into it, so I wonder what that was back in the day. I'm just laying in the hammock, relaxing, staring at the lake. Just slept for a good 2 hours, so that was a nice long nap in the hammock, so that felt great. But I think I'm just gonna lay here for a little bit longer. I've been so comfortable just laying here in this hammock with the breeze blowing. It's just been a steady wind all day, just rocking me to sleep in this hammock. So it is just gorgeous weather out here. It's got to be like 70, 75 degrees with this nice strong breeze all day coming in off the lake. It's just gorgeous out here. The sun's going down right there behind me, so I would imagine I would get a sunrise in front of me in the morning, so that should be nice. Wake up to the sun right there in front of me. That'd be sweet if that's the way it works out. But I'm not hungry yet. I'm gonna wait another probably hour or two before I make some dinner. And then when I make dinner, I'll probably make a fire after that. And then hang around till it gets 11 o'clock midnight and then go do some investigating in the woods. Alright, now that I got a fire started, I figured I'd show off some of the gear I'm using tonight for ghost hunting. It all kind of fit into this little fanny pack, Carhartt fanny pack that I have, so I just kind of threw it all in there. I have a voice recorder for asking questions and then playing it back later on here and see if you can hear any voices that you didn't hear with the untrained ear. So I have that, and then I have, oh, and it's on. I have a EMF detector, an electromagnetic field detector. This kind of detects the electromagnetic fields out there. There should be no electricity out here anywhere at all. So if I'm catching electromagnetic fields, there's something funny going on out here. Luckily it's not dead, it was on. And then I have, of course I have this. I've kind of got this for a FLIR camera that shows nighttime stuff. So, and it shows heat signatures and all that kind of stuff. I got this more or less for all camping. I want to like look into the woods at night and see if you can see animals at night out in the woods. But this has also been known as a good ghost hunting tool. Sometimes apparitions or certain weird things can show up on a thermal device that you don't see with the naked eye. So that's another tool. And then last but not least, I have what some people call ghost balls. They're really just cat balls. Yeah, they're for motion. So you light them up, turn it on, set it down, and I'll give it a second here for it to stop lighting up. Okay, yeah, so when it sits there and nothing's touching it, it's fine. But if something moves it, or the table, so yeah, it's a very sensitive device. So sometimes I've watched shows and stuff like that where people have put these out and ask questions and ask them to light up the ghost balls or cat balls, and they get lit up. So we will try those tonight. I've got 4 of them. So we can lay them all out, ask some questions, see what will happen. Like I said, it may or may not be haunted out here. I could care less if it is, I could care less if it's not. But I figured it'd be something kind of fun to do tonight, since I'm kind of out here all by myself and I've heard stories of people feeling uncomfortable out here. So, and by the way, I have not felt uncomfortable out here at all. It's been extremely relaxing and peaceful out here. Haven't seen or heard anybody out here all day. Just been gorgeous. So like I said, I don't feel uneasy at all. I feel fine out here like any other dispersed campsite in the Chippewa. But once it gets dark, once it gets to be about midnight, we'll do the real test. All right, I've been just kind of sitting around the campfire waiting for it to be midnight, and it's about 10 minutes to midnight now. So I'm gonna set up over on that cement slab in the woods over here behind the site. And I'm gonna kind of set up the cat balls, kind of check out the woods with the thermal camera and kind of just see what's going on out there. I've been kind of checking things out with my flashlight because I have been hearing a lot of movement in the woods sitting around the campfire, but there's been a lot of geese flying over and a lot of geese landing on the lake out there. So there's kind of a lot of activity in the woods right now, which is going to make it kind of hard to do what I want to do, but we'll go for it and see what happens. Out here. If there's anybody out here, would you light up one of these balls, or all of them, or touch them, or move them? right, good morning from the Chippewa. It was one windy night last night. It was just wind all night, even pretty windy right now still. That's why I'm kind of doing my morning intro in the hammock, because the bug net kind of blocks the wind. Otherwise you probably wouldn't hear it and get nothing but wind noise. But gorgeous 65-degree night. I think the low got to 62. It looks like it's 64 right now. So gorgeous night as far as temperatures, but the wind was intense all night. What was kind of cool, right before I went to bed, I didn't mention on camera nothing, there was a little bear cub that came like 10 to 15 feet right in front of where my hammock is set up, right here in front of me. And I was kind of worried because I was like, okay, where's Mama Bear at this point? That's obviously a bear cub. It was like the size of a small cat almost. I mean, it was fluffy and it was 100% a bear cub. We looked at each other and then he ran off down the little trail by where the lake is. Never saw or heard of Mom, so I don't know if he's out here by himself or not. But that was kind of cool to see the little bear cub. Wasn't able to get any video or footage because as soon as I saw him, we made eye contact and then he was gone. But I think I'm going to start packing things up. I'm not going to do breakfast. It's just too windy. I mean, it would be just hell to try to make breakfast in this today. So, and right now, as I'm talking about the wind, it's probably the calmest it's been all night and all morning right now. So, I'm just going to pack things up and get on out of here. It was a good trip. Great sight. Gorgeous sight. You can even see the sunrise starting. But I'm out of here, like I said. Pack things up and get out of here. Catch me on the next one.